Milton caused an estimated $34.3 billion in damage and claimed the lives, sadly, of 15 people. The storm is remembered as the most powerful cyclone globally in 2024. Now, a year later, organizations like United Way Worldwide are providing some crucial and critical long-term support. Marcus Coleman Jr., Vice President of Community Resilience Strategy for United Way Worldwide, joins us now. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Craig. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Let's talk about this, because here we are a year out right now. The disaster was widespread. We talked about significant rainfall to the north. Dry air got backed on the backside of that. We had tornadoes. How's your team still working to provide some help and support to Milton survivors?
I appreciate you asking. And as you know, right, it only takes one storm. And so we are still in hurricane season. We currently have more than 15 United Ways that are supporting 33 counties, all focused on ensuring that we are meeting the long-term recovery needs of people impacted by Hurricane Milton. We saw a lot of damage, as you mentioned, including lives lost. And so, we're really focused on mental health supports at this moment and ensuring that people can get the additional financial assistance they need to continue to cover unexpected bills, rebuild their lives, and ultimately continue to move towards a stronger recovery.
It's so true. It's all about trying to find some sort of normalcy, right? Especially when you first get there. But you talked about it, 30-some counties still trying to get back to that. Are they finding that sense of normalcy in getting some help? Because you talked about the physical and financial need.
They are. I actually spent some time last week in Indian River County, which is over there on the east coast of Florida for folks that aren't aware. And it was remarkable to see more than about 150 partners from local law enforcement, fire service. In addition to the United Way, we had the Red Cross, Salvation Army, all coming together to, one, acknowledge the fact that, right, recovery is a team sport. It's not going to be one organization, one sector. It requires public-private partnership. And so, we are laser focused across all counties that we're supporting to make sure that we are working with our partners, especially our local emergency managers, to navigate what we know is going to be a very difficult recovery for some, and for those that are able to add additional resource supports through insurance and other means, they still may need some additional coordination assistance. And so, we're focused on not just the needs immediately in front of us, but recognizing, right, some people need to rebuild homes. And so that being in that room last week was very touching to me, and I think a reminder of just how important it is to take a community-wide approach to disaster recovery.
It's so true. When you think about that, I'm sure you've seen some change. Right after something like this happens, you have a number of people and a number of organizations and volunteers there. How has that changed 1 year later? I mean, you still have the support, but it's probably changed a little bit, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. So, of course, the first days and weeks, it's about coordinating water, getting people food, providing temporary shelter assistance. Some of the evolving challenges is longer term housing needs. We're thankful to our partners at Volunteer Florida, under the leadership of Governor DeSantis, for continuing to work with all of our United Ways to make sure that we can identify long-term housing supports and help people navigate what it means to move back into their communities. Our United Ways, right? We have a staff that lives where they serve. And so it's very personal to all of our staff. And we recognize and see, right, as kids are getting back to school, people are getting back to work, and people wanting to rebuild their lives. We want to be there for all of the evolving changes that occur. And right now, really, it is about some of those longer term housing needs as folks are just a year out from this devastating storm.
Yeah, no kidding, because a lot of people want to go back to their communities. They love it there and they want to stay there. You also talked about getting back to school. And earlier you mentioned, we need help thinking through this. Are you helping all ages, especially those young kids that are going back, the older folks who have been there for generations? Because everybody's affected one way or another, and we all handle it differently.
We are. And so, we're focused year round on issues like youth opportunity. So it's about helping people learn. So we're very much focused on helping those schools and those school systems that were impacted rebuild their lives, make sure kids have an opportunity to get back to learning, get back to having fun with friends. In addition, we do have a very specific focus on caregivers and older adults as well, recognizing, right, to your point, that no one family, no one household has one unique set of needs. And the thing that we're focused on at United Way is we know that it's going to take, again, all partners to make sure that we are able to help folks navigate many of the challenges that do arise when disasters happen. And again, we're thankful. I'm always big on this. Disaster recovery is a team sport. And so we are thankful for the whole host of multi-sector partners that we work with. Many of our United Ways are meeting these unmet needs through what we call long-term recovery groups. And so these are specific tables of nonprofits. Think the Baptists, Southern Salvation Army, Samaritan's Purse.
Yeah.
We're all coming together on a daily basis to meet those unmet needs.
And that is so important. And it's another reason we keep these stories alive, not just on the one-year anniversary, but throughout the recovery process. Thank you so much for your time. That is Marcus Coleman, Jr., Vice President of Community Resilience Strategy for United Way Worldwide. Thank you so much and keep up the great work.
Thank you, Craig. You too.